8th graders, welcome to our Wednesday, April 15th video. It was just snowing out, and so that's why I'm wearing all my winter garb, but I see a lot of it's gone now, which is good because I was able to come out and do our experiment. So I'm going to show you in just a second what we're doing. We're starting to talk about pollution this week because Earth Day is next Wednesday. So this is all going to lead up to our Earth Day activity. So we're going to be talking about land pollution today. And what pollution is when anything is added to something natural that is going to be poisonous or harmful to living things. And so with land pollution, what we have is we have a lot of litter that is added to our earth. And I would say land pollution is probably the one that we see most often in Wahpeton. We don't have a lot of water pollution. Our air pollution is pretty good. We do have a lot of factories, but overall it's pretty good. But we do have a lot of litter around. And you notice it a lot, especially in the spring. In the fields, in the ditches, all of that kind of stuff. So some of it's intentional, some of it's unintentional. Most of it is unintentional. People don't know they're littering or aren't trying to, but sometimes if you throw things into your garbage as a single object, rather than throwing it in a bag and tying it up, when it gets thrown into the garbage can, it can fly out and become litter and pollute our land. So just some things to think about. So the activity that we're going to do today is we're going to be seeing what things are biodegradable and will be okay if it gets put in the earth because it'll eventually biodegrade and turn into soil. But some things aren't, and some things we think, oh, it's not a big deal, right? But when we throw stuff away and it goes into our dumps at the landfills, some of it doesn't biodegrade for a long time, which makes it really tricky. And so the things that I have that we're going to put in this little hole. So you can do this experiment at home if you want to. We're going to leave it I dug a little hole. We're going to throw it all in. We're going to leave it in there for about 30 days. So we're going to come back in about a month and we're going to take a look at it and see what happened to the pieces that we put in the hole. So we're going to put in a carrot, an apple core, a piece of gum, a candy wrapper, a styrofoam lid that we would see like with a coffee cup, and a sucker stick. So these are the things we're going to put an asparagus leaf too in it. So we're going to throw it all into the same hole. We're going to cover it up and we're going to see what happens in 30 days. Kind of like what maybe happens when we send stuff to the landfill, right? It sits around for a long time, and some of it will, turn into soil and things like that, and some of it won't for a long time. So Lillian, will you hand me the asparagus, please? Lillian's going to be my helper today. Thank you. We're going to throw it on in our little hole right here. I'll take the piece of gum. Okay, we'll throw the piece of gum in there. The apple core. We got to remember all these things that we're putting in it so that way we know what we're looking for in a month. The styrofoam lid, please. What I want you to be thinking about is what things do you think are going to break down and what things aren't going to break down. Okay, Lil, carrot, please. A sucker stick. Thank you. And the candy wrapper. Thank you. Okay, now we have really wet dirt here, but we're just gonna fill it in the best we can. We'll throw some from over here without trying to get too muddy. We're gonna put some sticks over the top of it and it'll dry out as the weather gets warmer. Okay. We'll plant it all down there. Now, I don't want to forget where I put it, so I brought some sticks that we can put around so we know exactly where to dig. It's kind of like our archaeology unit, right? Okay, so we're going to see what happens to that in a month and all the particles inside of it. It'll be exciting. So some things that you can do at home to help with our land pollution would be to follow the 3 R's, right? Reduce, reuse, recycle. You've worked on those forever since you're in elementary school, and there's a lot of ways that we can get better at doing that. So what your assignment is today is to post in the discussion thread below about what can you do in your house in the next month or so that can help with land pollution. So is it reducing, reusing, recycling? Anything at all. I want to know what you think that you could do better. I know for my family, we don't have recycling out here in the country, but I could bring my recycling into town. So it's more of me just being lazy and not doing it, and something that I definitely could do. So that's something that I want to look into and that I plan on doing in the next month to help. So last thing, I want to make sure that I kind of relay this information, but we have our 8th grade celebration coming up. What? We have our 8th grade celebration coming up, sorry. And we need a student speaker. Last year we had a student speaker and it was amazing. It was so fun. And we're not exactly sure how the 8th grade celebration is all going to play out yet, but we're still planning for it to do it some way, whether it's in person or virtually. And so we need a student speaker. So if you feel like you would like to be a part of our 8th grade celebration and be our student speaker, please send me a message on Schoology or send me an email and we will get stuff figured out. We usually have like a tryout for it. We'll see how many people we get to volunteer, but it's a huge honor and it's so fun to hear your classmates speak. So think about it, let me know if you want to partake in that, and we'll go from there. So I hope everybody has a good day. Oh, I forgot the joke. What kind of tree can you grow in your hand?
What?
Do you know though? A palm tree! You can grow a palm tree in the palm of your hand. Have a good day, everybody.